Yes, people, how are we doing? Welcome back to Boys Channel. My name is Babs14 and hopefully you guys are doing very well. Hopefully you guys can hear everything all good, crisp and perfect. Quick little news check. I shouldn't be live right now. I should have a video, but hope you guys can cut me some sympathy. But basically, I had a tooth taken out today. That's right, I had a tooth taken out today. Less than, 8 hours ago, 9 hours ago, but I'm still here. No excuses from me. Obviously, I had to take it out because it was causing me a few pains, a few issues, so and so. And if I had more time, I would have obviously made the actual video and, edited it and so. But hopefully you guys can cut me some sort of slack because, listen, a tooth taken out, if you guys have been unfortunate enough to go through it, it's very painful. It hurts a lot. I'm speaking, and hopefully I speak fine, but if I do struggle, it's not because of anything else, but the fact that I've literally got half my face swollen, my tooth is taken out. But we're here. We're firming it. We're here. We're live. We're ready, and we're here to discuss some Arsenal Football Club. So hopefully you guys are doing very well. And if you are new to the channel, listen, don't forget, smash the like button. As you guys see the graphic down there, subscribe to the channel and turn on the post notifications as well. Don't forget that. That's very key. But yeah, with that being said, let's get into the Twitter, the news, the breaking news that is of the AFC Bell. Here we go. Bang, bang, bang. This is the first thing. Look, listen. Obviously, man don't speak Arabic. Respect to the Arabic people, but man don't speak that language, But yeah, we're gonna have to translate it. Press translate to tweet. But yeah, AFC Bell, of course, if you don't know already, this guy is the GOAT when it comes to Arsenal transfers. I love Fabrizio. I love David Ornstein. But the matter of fact is, when it comes to Arsenal transfers, my man here, proven with the party in the summer, this guy is pretty accurate. And if we translate the tweet, obviously, as you guys can see with the photos here and there, Aouar, Szoboszlai, the two players are in question. Okay, here we go. Crew. Houssem Aouar will adopt the main file to cover this summer. So what they're saying there is that obviously they're a group of people. They like BBC Sports, Sky Sports across the world, but they're like Arabic. Obviously, they kind of like the Arabic Sky Sports, BBC. They're more reliable, and they're gonna cover Aouar. That's the thing they're gonna try to get into. Obviously, when it comes to finding out news about transfers, what these guys have to do, they have to find the agents and negotiate with them and ask them what's going on. And they have to kind of be sneaky with it, but they have their contacts inside the club, and so they're trying to find out. Obviously, this summer their main priority is Houssem Aouar. So obviously that tells you a lot of things. They've also put an article out, which is of course in Arabic, but we were going to translate that and talk about it as well. And they said, why didn't the deal happen last summer? Why are we covering this file now? And what are Arsenal's planning on signing? Arsenal's chances of signing Szoboszlai. And a lot about behind the scenes of last summer is now available for reading. Now, of course, listen, last summer, beautiful scenes. Thomas Partey was here. He has arrived. He's an Arsenal player. But to be honest, it's over. That hype is over. He's an Arsenal player. Let's get over that now. There's two new guys in the building. Yeah, my guy Houssem, the French excellence, and then you have the Hungarian excellence, RB Salzburg's finest from Austria, man like Dominik Szoboszlai. Hopefully I pronounced that right. But yeah, let's get into the article itself. It's vibing. It's late night in the UK, but I thought, listen, I gotta go live. I gotta speak to you, man. So get your comments, and I will get to them in a second as well. But here we go. Right. So that's obviously, it's a massive article. There's a lot of paragraphs. I'm not gonna go through all of that. I'm gonna go through the main parts that we need to discuss. Obviously, listen, this is all about Partey. Look, we respect AFC Bell for the covering of Thomas Partey, but we're going to move on for now. Thanks for the memories. But the first thing I want to discuss is this one. So obviously it's a Google Translate, so it's not going to be as accurate. So obviously it says Stan Kroenke, not Stronke or whatever. Stan Kroenke decided to support Arteta with his own methods of appointing Tim Lewis, who helped recognise the club's depths, freeing up more than 30 million cash reserves in the club's safe, approximately 10% of interest paid to banks and annually as part of debt repayment agreements. This step almost saved the amounts needed to pay Thomas Partey's penalty clause in one go. So he's kind of saying Kroenke low-key backed Arsenal, but it's low-key as in like he just paid the debt we had for the stadium, so and so, and then we obviously had more cash available for the Partey. So I guess that's something that you can discuss. Is Kroenke now showing that he wants to invest in Arsenal, whatever, you can make of that what you will. Okay, now this is the second one. This is about Houssem, my guy Houssem, and he says Arsenal might have been able to sign Houssem Aouar with an offer close to the stature. My bad. But the move for Thomas Partey, obviously Partey, as it's a Google Translate, in addition to being the move for goal #1, is a more persuasive this is, again, it's Google Translate. But what he's trying to say there is Arsenal chose to go for Thomas Partey over Houssem Aouar because that was the number one deal. And it was kind of more easier as well with all like the agents and stuff lined up prior to that by man like Edu and Arteta and even Raul and Leahy. But overall, what he tries to say, he goes through why the Aouar deal failed. He talks about maybe his greed for greed of one of his players' relatives, and the request of huge sums as a part of the deal to facilitate its conclusion. But overall, what he's trying to say is the deal last summer couldn't happen because of a few little things, and overall, the main thing is Arsenal were looking to sell a few players, 2 players that did not sell, and that's why we couldn't sign Aouar and Partey. And that's what he tries to say in this paragraph and so on. So I'm trying to get straight to the point for you guys who don't want to read through all this paragraph and all this text. Yeah, to the point is 2 players, if they sell, we get Aouar. They didn't sell, Aouar's not an Arsenal player as of right now. And it's of course again more about Aouar and Thomas Partey, blah blah blah, whatever. Respect to work. But now of course this is a massive gargantuan paragraph, by the way, and this is about obviously January window. Okay, and wait, should we go read this first? We managed to reach one of these close to Houssem Aouar recently, which we were unable to do so last summer, but we will not stop here. But rather, we will continue to penetrate, brother, relax, into the place surrounding so we can provide you with good coverage when the time comes, God willing indeed. But it is gargantuan paragraph. What he's trying to say here, and this is the key for me, right? And it has Dominik Szoboszlai, of course, the Hungarian international. Hungarian international. He's obviously plays in Austria. And this is the key I want to talk about right now. And that is Arsenal is very impressed with the player's profile, and it's natural to see his penalty clause of 24 million. Is that euros or pounds? I'm not quite sure. But look, I'm going to highlight it for you. He can pay in 3 installments. Is market theft. It quite literally is market theft. If Arsenal can sign Dominik Szoboszlai, the quality player and the caliber player, and the age and the potential for just £24 million, which is divided by 3. Do your maths, my guys. Do the quick maths. That's not a lot. Installments, essentially saying you pay 1 installment this year, 1 installment next year, and the 1 installment year after that. We're getting a 20-year-old here. We're not getting a player in his late 20s, 29, 28. We're getting a player before his peak years, gonna get better in the future. Basically a youngster still, the same age as the likes of around and about Bukayo Saka. 24 million euros divided by 3, per season. 1 season installment, next season installment. That's a bargain, and that is very key. And that's why for me, I'm gonna say it, I am low-key confident that Arsenal can get this signing over the line in the January transfer window. And I think the plan is quite simple. It's not just to sign Szoboszlai. It's maybe to sign Szoboszlai and sign Houssem Aouar. And so overall, in terms of the massive article from AFC Bell, they've kind of indicated that Arsenal's interest in Aouar is not over. A lot of fans kind of thought, last year was the only opportunity we had to sign the player, and now that we couldn't do it, it's over. It's not over. The possibility is still there. But in terms of Szoboszlai, interest is there right now. Arsenal have contacted his agents and so and so. But of course, as you can see, AC Milan and RB Leipzig are the other clubs that are interested as well. So it's going to be a bit difficult with the obviously competition for the player. But same with Aouar. If Arsenal want to sign a guy like of his caliber, you're going to have to pay big money, yes. But Juventus, Real Madrid, 2 big teams are going to be after him. Plus probably Man City and co. So there you go, there and there. But yeah, let's go move on to the next thing we have anyways. Big up man like AFC Bell. And that is, of course, we've already saw about this. We've already talked about it anyways. We're going to move on. This is the one I want to talk about. Not only have we got Fabrizio Romano that has confirmed that Arsenal are in for Dominik Szoboszlai. Not only have we got the AFC Bell, very reliable Arsenal, say that Arsenal are in for Dominik Szoboszlai. Even man like David Ornstein has spoken. And he says there is definite interest in Dominik Szoboszlai. Again, I'm not going to go and say, listen, he's signed for the Arsenal. It's confirmed. Was confirmed that he is going to leave RB Salzburg. RB Salzburg. He's going to leave them in the January transfer window. It's a Leipzig he goes to. Of course, the feeder club, Red Bull, both clubs controlled by the same thing. Or is it he's going to go to AC Milan? Of course, Ivan Gazidis. Yeah, big man Ivan Gazidis, the biggest fraud you ever see in Arsenal football club history, is also there as well. But then, of course, you have Arsenal as well. I kind of feel like if Arsenal want to get his transfer of the line, we have to move quickly right now. We have to talk to the agent right now, like we are. Talk to the club, which is a bit different because, as you guys remember from the party in the summer, when it comes to release clauses, you don't even have to talk to the club. You remember how we did the Atletico dirty then? We just paid the release clause and Thomas Partey was an Arsenal player. I told you guys from the start, and this is the same case again. We've got a release clause, you pay the money, you get the player. And this release clause is half the money of Thomas Partey, and it isn't a one-off payment either. It is literally 3 installments. 3 installments. It's a bargain. It's a no-brainer in my eyes, at least. And David Ornstein now is confirming. And when David Ornstein says of Arsenal transfers, most of the time he doesn't jump the gun. When he says Arsenal are after a player, most likely it's because we really are, and we're most likely going to sign them anyway. So, yeah, Dominik Szoboszlai, of course. We have an article, I believe, next, and here it is. A little piece from the Top Bins Talk. Of course, follow them on Twitter. They've made a fantastic thread on Dominik Szoboszlai, the first piece of Arsenal's creative puzzle, and that's the key. It's the first piece. If we sign Szoboszlai in January, it's not going to be the be-all and end-all. We're not going to sign him and automatically become title contenders. He's a very good player, but he's very young, and also it's a very massive step for him to make. He's playing in the Austrian league. We're playing in the Premier League. What I like about him is that he's done with business and done bits in the Champions League, and that's why I'm a bit more, I really want him. But if we're being honest, playing in the Austrian league, there's a massive gargantuan step there, and there's going to be a long time for him to adapt. He speaks English fluently already, which is good, which is going to be a good part of adaptation if he does sign for Arsenal, but again, that's a different story. But the thread itself, it goes through, how he could impact Arsenal and how much Szoboszlai has improved over the years. First thing, of course, you had his 2018-19 season. 16 games played, 8 games started, 3 goals and 3 assists. And then 2019-20, his first proper breakthrough year, man had 34 games played, 10 goals, 10 assists. Goals and assists per 90 is 0.82. Better. And then in the 2021 season so far, 10 games played, 9 games started, 3 goals, 5 assists. 1.06 goals and assists per 90 minutes. Going to show once again, my guys, this guy is what you call a goals and assist monster. He is a high volume player. I compare him in the Premier League. I know a lot of fans have said he's a bit like Kevin De Bruyne. That's a massive comparison to make. And even compare him to Bruno Fernandes is a massive one. But he's in that ilk of players. But he's going to get, if he signs for Arsenal, he's going to get assists. He's going to get goals. But there'll be some games where he might struggle a little bit and he's a bit predictable. He's not quite the elegance of Houssem Aouar, not going to lie to you. But in terms of overall involvement and just getting the numbers on the board, by signing Dominik Szoboszlai, we're finally addressing Arsenal's weakness of a midfielder that can get 10 goals from midfield. We haven't had that since the days of Aaron Ramsey, and even that was a one-off season basically. So he's a goals and assist high volume player, and that's of course a key stat as well. And obviously in Wenger's later years, the club was brimming, Arsenal side were brimming with technical talents. Of course, look, Sam Nasri the snake and Cesar Fabregas, could you argue he's a snake as well? But yeah, right now we have the spine, as you see, Partey and Gabriel. We've addressed the spine. We have a strong spine. But the creativity is not there. It's very boring. It's very predictable. And we all know about that. But yeah, he basically talks about the Szoboszlai's heat map. And I've seen quite a few Twitter, I want to say experts, or people that watch Szoboszlai play a bit more. And they've been saying Szoboszlai is more of a left winger than he is an attacking midfielder. I don't care where he starts off. I care about how he impacts the game and where he plays during the game. And where that is this part, the left half space. Right now, that is occupied by Bukayo Saka, so I kind of feel like if we sign Szoboszlai, I wouldn't be surprised if he moved off to the right hand side with him being a right-footed player. But this is his area of operating. It's not out wide here like a winger would, like a Aubameyang sometimes does. It's here, central areas. And I looked at, I think he shows it here as well. Obviously, there's some highlights I can't show you guys, but look, it shows you in these things here. Szoboszlai is also incredibly smart off the ball. His subtle movement inside often drags the opposition fullback with him, opening massive space in a channel process. In the process, the Hungarian also notices gaps beyond the back line and uses his pace to make darting runs behind. He's very fast, he's very physically gifted, he's a specimen. He is a specimen. And look, here's an example of what he can do. If you look at this here, he makes that run. Here's Szoboszlai here. He makes a run inside to open the space up. And that's Kieran Trippier, by the way. He drags him inside. It's clever for a guy who's still 20 years of age. It's showing signs of, his maturity already at this young age. But this is more obviously, and obviously that's my tweet, by the way. He's got quite a strike on him. His free kicks are insane. And obviously, look, this is how he could fit in Arsenal right now. I think Arteta is going to change formation. But Szoboszlai playing as a left winger isn't a bad shout as of right now to ease him into the team. And having a solid midfield, 2 ball distributors in Xhaka and Partey, distributing it to the left and right hand side, and ultimately moving Aubameyang down the middle. That is the key for Arsenal. If you want to get the best out of your striker, play him down the middle, Mikel. That's not to argue about. But this would be a decent little side, and I think it will allow us to compete more in games against Leicester, especially, and against Aston. Oh, don't get me started on that one. Aston Villa 3-0. If you have a player that's more creative, more clever, and more direct, he's a direct player, Szoboszlai. He gets the ball and he wants to make things happen. He's a risk taker. unlike Willian, unlike the rest of our wingers, or even Aubameyang out wide, who's very passive sometimes. So again, it's another. Obviously, get in the comments and let me know where do you think Szoboszlai is going to play for the Arsenal. But yeah, it's just more of a thread, so and so. And this just goes to show what I'm trying to say to you guys. Is it shows Arsenal's lack of a player who excels in finding space between the lines, as shown during the game versus Leicester. Deploying Szoboszlai on the left gives him positional freedom, enables him to drift into the half spaces and allow Oba to play as a 9 once again. And again, look, if we have Szoboszlai, this is Arsenal's game against Leicester, by the way. Look at the players you have here. You have Bellerin, Partey, and I think that's Xhaka. But who's in the middle? Saka's gone out wide. I think that's Tierney actually. Aubameyang's drifted very central, but not in this half space. This is the area where Szoboszlai would hurt teams. That's what United have with Bruno, what City have with De Bruyne and Co. We don't have that right now. Saka's getting better at it, but he's still very young. And so is Szoboszlai. He's still 19, and obviously Szoboszlai's 20. But yeah, there you got another little thread on Szoboszlai. And well, moving on to more breaking news for you guys, and that is David Ornstein has reported that Arsenal have had a bit of a beef, a bit of a fight. And exclusive tensions boiled over at Arsenal's training Friday as Luiz hit Ceballos on the nose with scratched during blood. When squads returned Tuesday, both apologised. Plus, group have continued as normal. AFC hope the fighting spirit is channeled positivity. Now, this is very interesting, but then again, you then have man like Dani Ceballos, the guy himself, kind of quote tweet David Ornstein with the fake, just simple as fake. So I don't know if it's true or not, but Ceballos has a history of this. We saw with Eddie Nketiah in that game. I think it was in the Premier League again. Who was it? Was it Aston Villa? No, it wasn't. No, it was Aston Villa. It was West Ham, I think it was, or Fulham. No, it was Fulham. And he's got a history of this, but he's a very fiery character. I like that. And I thought I saw someone say that Ceballos is targeting all the former Chelsea players, and that Willian's next. Listen, let's not start the conspiracy theories. But get in the comments and let me know your thoughts on that. Because if it is true, because David Ornstein normally does report the true things, like maybe Ceballos is kind of saying that to save face, I wouldn't be surprised if it's happened. And right now, tensions are going to build because Arsenal is struggling. When Arsenal winning, and winning games comfortably, everyone's nice. The fans are nice. There's a nice spirit around Arsenal. Now we've got a game on Sunday, I believe, against Leeds United. A big game that Arsenal need to win. And dare I say, if Arsenal lose that game, we're in trouble. We're in massive trouble. And I am scared low-key because if we do lose, a lot of fans are going to lose it then. The Villa game was bad. 3-0 was very, very bad at home. It doesn't get any worse than that. But losing 2 on the row against Leeds and Aston Villa, 2 teams that are, with all due respect, are not on the level of Arsenal, or shouldn't be on the level of Arsenal, fans are going to lose the plot. And this is a big, massive, gargantuan test for Mikel Arteta. Let's see what the comments are saying anyways. Look at you guys, the MVPs that are watching anyways. Alright, it looks like he's running on cements. Who are you talking about? I'm gonna sue and arrest you if we don't get Szoboszlai or Houssem. Jeez, I'm basically having daydreams. Guys, get in the comments. I'm reading your comments right now. I'm sorry if I haven't read it already. I was very busy. Oh, super chat, man like TD shifts. Big up Babs from Australia. Big up AFC Bell. But sadly, I was the first one to say that we will get Partey in our dating back 28th September, 3 weeks before the window shuts. I got confirmed, so okay, big up man at TD for the super chat, and hopefully you're right. Hopefully we do get both of them, and J Walk said get the streams to 100 likes. I appreciate that if you can do that as well. My resources in Spain told me Messi is coming to Arsenal. It was Jakir. Let me know who the resources are. But yeah, lads, get your questions in the comments now. I'm on the comments right now. It's kind of hard to stream both things. It's very difficult because when I'm streaming, I'm trying to talk to you guys and then have the comments. It kind of distracts me. But yeah, my boy Babs, what you said. Babs, refresh your feed. What's going on? Has something happened? Have I missed something? What have I missed out on? The last Open Premier League goal we scored was a day before deadline day. Raw. Oh, yeah. That is a big one. Lads, by the way, if you are new to the channel, don't forget to do this. Like, subscribe, and turn on the post notifications. Very, very important, of course. Support the channel, man. I'm getting close to the 30k. I've said it many times in the past. And if you guys could subscribe, we massively appreciate it. I like going live sometimes late at night. Late at night's my thing nowadays. I like, posting earlier, and hopefully I can in the future. But right now it's a bit difficult, and obviously today, as I said, taking my tooth out, it hurts right now when I speak. But no excuses, man. No excuses whatsoever. Smash the like button, yes indeed. Thoughts on Messi coming to the carpet? Hope it happened, but it's not going to happen, is it? What are your thoughts on Arsenal signing Omar Rekik under 18? I've heard of his name before. I'm sure I have, unless I'm going. But I've got to say, I love you, man. Keep up the grind. Appreciate that, man. Aouar is not creative at all. Well, he's not. Do you know what, right? I want to talk about this quickly. Because a lot of people have said, listen, we need Szoboszlai, and some people go and say we need Aouar. And by the way, breaking news for you guys, Gabriel Martinelli return is pending. Today, I believe, if I go on Arsenal's Twitter page, he's returned to full trading, which is breaking news for you guys and positive news. Here it is, Weekend Focus. Is this the one? I'm sure Edu talked about it. Eduardo Han, my guy, my brother. How you doing? He must have tweeted, he retweeted or something, and I saw it, and I'm sure he said it. Where is it? Oh, I'm looking for it, can't find it. But yeah, I believe today, it was Patrick, wasn't it? It was Patrick who tweeted it out. I believe today is the day where Gabriel Martinelli is now officially, here it is, back in full training for the Arsenal. What are your thoughts on that? Pele's godson, I'll have to call him that, don't I? He's back in training. Brock Lesnar's return is pending soon. And he's going to be back in the first team soon, I believe, as well. I kind of feel like we have to lower the expectations a little bit. And I say that because if we set him very high, he's still, 19 years of age. He's not by any means a 23-year-old, player in his prime. He's not a veteran. He's a 2019-year-old coming back into the first team, where we kind of have to maybe just lower our expectations a little bit. I kind of feel like we're kind of overhyping him right now. And I'm the main guy in terms of that, so pardon me on that. Mashallah, indeed. Would you trade Pepe for Aouar? Ooh, that's a good question. Me personally, no. I want both players, but hey, would you guys swap Pepe for Aouar? Is that something you guys want to do? Because I'm not saying that now. That's a bit mad. Babs, keep up, bro. Ignore the haters. No worries. I will do, my guy, with a goat emoji. I'm not quite sure about that yet, but soon come. You guys are the real goats. Ceballos said it was fake to protect David Luiz and make amends, not be a rat. Boys will be boys sometimes. I understand that as well. Hello, yes, and how you doing, man? Yes, Szoboszlai is coming home. Well, hopefully. Martinelli is better than Aubameyang. Oh, that's a big shout, Zaki. Big shout. I don't agree with that, but is what it is. Yeah, that front three, as you said, Martinelli, Ober, and Pepe. But I was going to go back to this, actually. This is what I was going to discuss about right now. And let me know your thoughts on this. Get involved. What are your thoughts on this potential? I say potential, innit? It's a creative business, but let me know your thoughts on this potential midfield three. How can I get it? There you go. Imagine it. Thomas Partey at the base. Dominik Szoboszlai and Houssem Aouar as the two advanced number 8s. Now, it kind of means we have to move Bukayo Saka to the left wing, which isn't the worst thing, because imagine a front three of Saka, Aubameyang, and Pepe, for now at least, or maybe, Martinelli, you can't forget. Gabriel, you got Reece Nelson, got Alexandre Lacazette, and Willian as well. We're not going to talk about them two there, but again, we've got a lot of options. But for me, that midfield three is essentially a replica of a low-key replica of what Man City had. Now, Arteta has been no secret. When he signed for Arsenal, he said the first thing he wants to do is play two advanced number 8s, advanced attacking midfielders. He hasn't been able to do it so far. I feel that's less because he doesn't want to do it, but more because he doesn't have the players for it. Yeah, you could argue Joe Willock and you could argue so-and-so, but it's very hard to play two attacking midfielders when you still can't trust the defence. I don't think he trusts Holding, definitely not Luiz either. Even Bellerin is a bit suspect. I think the only players he trusts is Gabriel and Tierney. And obviously the goalkeeper as well. And he can be dodgy as well sometimes. So I think the lack of trust on the back four is kind of hurting Mikel. Sometimes risk it. Play a few more attackers in the midfield. Play Willock alongside Saka for now, if you can't do anything else. Because at least that gives us more outlets going forward. But for me, a midfield three of Partey as the base, a bit like our Fernandinho. And then you have Szoboszlai and De Bruyne. Obviously, De Bruyne is a better player by miles. But Szoboszlai's got that type of player about him. He's very, very good technique on the ball, very clean strike of the ball. He is a baller. And obviously, Aouar could be the ball progressor, linking Szoboszlai and Partey, as well as linking the rest of the team. Aouar is a guy who can dictate the attack, whereas I think Szoboszlai can, but he's still very young in terms of that specific, very raw in that specific prospect. Whereas Aouar, even though he's 22, he's kind of developed a bit more in terms of just dominating the attack, linking up the players. I kind of look at Szoboszlai would be our Ozil in terms of getting the assist, and Aouar would be our Santi Cazorla. Not getting the most assists and not getting the most goals, but everyone is going to love him because of how elegant he is, how fluid he is, how press resistant he is. If teams come onto us, we can get out of that. With Partey as well, who is basically a mixture of a box-to-box and a defensive midfielder with great passing numbers. That midfield three, for me, makes Arsenal very, very serious indeed. That's a very good midfield three. But also very hard to get as well. So we still don't have two of those players, and obviously you have Xhaka as well and Ceballos. But I was thinking to myself, you know what? Come the end of the season, I wouldn't be surprised if Arsenal chose to move on Granit Xhaka. Now, obviously, AFC Bell's already said that Arsenal were trying to move on two players. Didn't end up going, and that's why we had to obviously keep the rights of what we had, and we couldn't go for Aouar. But if you sold Xhaka in the summer for around 30, 25 million pounds, don't sign Ceballos on a permanent and let him go back to Real Madrid, you have, in NBA terms, cap space. We have space in the squad then, 2 holes to fill. Do we need Xhaka, Ceballos and Partey in the same squad? It's a bit overkill. And then if you add Mohamed El-Neni to that as well, again, that's massively overkill in terms of just central midfielders. I think Xhaka still has a future of the club, but it depends on Mikel and how he gets the best out of him in a 4-3-3. It's very difficult to get the best. If you play a 4-2-3-1, and that's what I would do. If Arsenal sign Szoboszlai, but obviously I think it's going to happen before Aouar, if it's going to happen, I would switch back to a 4-2-3-1, like the basics, as it was working before, pre-pandemic. I would go for Partey and Xhaka as the midfield two ball dominators, a left foot and a right foot, a balance in midfield, Szoboszlai in front of them, and Saka on the left with Pep on the right, and Aubameyang down the middle. That for me would be a very good team for now. But I think, yeah, this is a midfield that I want to see at Arsenal, and hopefully Mikel make my dream come true. You know, let's make this happen. Anyway, just saying. From Kenya, big up, bro. Big up, man, like Thomas. You only saw him in UCL games. You barely watch him to hype him. To be fair, you're right. I do watch him in the Champions League games the most. I'm not gonna say I've watched the Austrian League because I don't, but that's why I watch him in the highest competitions. Because if you're gonna see the best of a player, it's gonna be up against Atletico Madrid. It's gonna be up against the likes of Bayern Munich. Same with Aouar. Have I watched Aouar play in games in Ligue 1 last year? Not many whatsoever. I've probably seen 1 or 2. But the games I watched him play was against Juventus in the Champions League, against Man City in the Champions League. You know, those big games where he mattered the most, I watched him play then. And that's what games, to me, that matter the most. I need to see glimpses in those big games. Can you have an impact against top elite players? If I watch him play in Austrian League, right, and he does bits, you have to take that into the right, levels as well. It's the Austrian League with all due respect. Watching him in the Champions League against Man City, a Premier League side, with ballers, it's a bit different. But yeah, okay. Szoboszlai is better, as brilliant as well. For money, he's worth better. Yeah, as I said, man, scenes upon scenes, says Michael. Yeah, hopefully, man, hopefully. I was the kind of Thiago Silva type. Thiago Silva? What do you mean, Thiago Silva type of player? We need De Bruyne. Who's Thiago Silva? I'm a bit confused. And that is Szoboszlai. You mean David Silva? Surely. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. David Silva would be Aouar, and De Bruyne would be Szoboszlai. Listen, it's a little dream we have here. Get this stream to 200 likes. If you could do that, it'd be appreciated, lads. Love this channel. Keep up the good work. We should sell Xhaka, okay? Let me know your thoughts on Xhaka. We should go for Alaba. I've heard Alaba is actually on his way out of Bayern. You should sack Tapas Pulis for you to succeed. BT, I'm a Man City fan. Listen, my guy, I've seen a lot of these little nicknames going around. Listen, I don't mind the rival fans saying it because they're going to say that. Like Arsenal fans laugh at Ole Gunnar Solskjaer and sometimes Frank Lampard. But when I see some Arsenal fans start saying Tapas Pulis, okay, say it once, say it twice. It's funny at the first. But you keep saying it. It's almost as if you've kind of turned on Arteta. And I don't know, man. I'm not the biggest fan. I'm not going to say that. Some people can say it for the minute, but I just think Arsenal fans, let's not make nicknames for our own people. It's kind of just putting them down to thing. The midfield is wildly unbalanced. Partey is box to box, and the other two are young attacking midfielders, nowhere near good enough defensively. I hear that, man. As I said, I think this game with these midfield three would work. But then you say that, wasn't Fernandinho initially a box to box when he signed for Man City? When he played for, I think it was Shakhtar? But he changed, didn't he? He changed and he came back to what he was in terms of he became a defensive midfielder under Pep Guardiola. So can't we kind of shape Partey like that? And he kind of has played a DM before. It's different, isn't it? Okay, Thiago played for Liverpool. Yeah, I mean, oh, you mean Thiago? Okay. Shout out to Thomas. Big up my guy. Martinelli will be back. Bring back the sauce to the team. Hopefully he does. Great midfielder. What's happening really? What's happening obviously is the fact that we could be getting Aouar and Szoboszlai. Arsenal targeting both players. But are we going to get both players? We'll have to wait and see. I think we can sign Szoboszlai in January, and that's the best time to sign him as well. We will have to accept Oba is not good enough to be an Arsenal legend. Well, I don't think he's an Arsenal legend anyways. You know what I mean? This is very soon to say that. Some man are saying Szoboszlai is overrated. Imagine if we paid release clause and he puts in and he gets the same treatment as Saliba. Well, it'll be different because Szoboszlai would be an Arteta signing. Arteta's at the club when he assigned the player. The difference is with Saliba is we signed him with Saliba. Sorry, we signed him under Unai Emery. It was a different regime. Houssem Aouar was there, and so was Unai Emery, Mr. Goody Bening. Now it's Arteta and Edu, and anyone they signed so far, it kind of has worked. They signed Partey, obviously I say that except for one player, and you know what I'm going to say. Partey, obviously, is going to work. It was a banker, 50 million euros, bargain. Gabriel Magalhaes has been an even bigger bargain. And then you have, Willian, so that's on the downsides. But most of the signings they've signed, I kind of have liked. And if I look at all of the last 2 windows, we've signed some good little players, you know. Luiz has worked out. In a way, he's at his down, but he was £6 million, you know, Premier League proven player. Saliba, we'll have to wait and see on that one, but again, Ceballos, I think Loki worked. It's a loan deal, most you can expect from that. Who else we signed? Gabriel Martinelli, massive success as well. Pablo Mori, good little signing for now, but I think overrated to an extent. But I don't think the transfer team has been as bad as they were under the years of Emery. Well, no, was it Wenger when we signed Perez, Mustafi, and Xhaka in one window? Awful window. Who would you rather buy this January? If I could choose one player to have, I would actually sign Aouar because he'll be less in demand of the bigger teams. But I think the player we're gonna sign is Szoboszlai because release clause cheaper, 3 installments. Our club needs to pay Özil, you know. But you know what? I was gonna say that if come the end of January and Arsenal haven't signed an attacking midfielder, would you bring back Mesut Özil? Regardless if we sign Szoboszlai, I still think we should. You know, I just think, listen, man, this guy's too good not to be in our squad, at least. But that's a different story for a different day. I think we should sack Mikel Arteta and get Pochettino. We're not Man United. Let's not be reactionary. We'll wait and see, man. I just think the moves changed too quickly for my liking. We've lost a couple games against Leicester and Aston Villa. It's not been impressive. I'm not going to say it has been. But the way it's changed is like 360 or 180 turn. You know, flipped around completely. Now, you cast your minds back to the first game of the season in the Community Shield against Liverpool. We win that game. Fans are over the moon. The Fulham game even higher because, of course, we played some very good football. You beat Man City, fantastic. You beat Man United, it was like Mikel's the guy. You lose a couple games and it's just changes the mood again. I don't like that, man. But as I said, man, fans are the fans and they can say what they want to say. Listen, I don't want to say the type of players anymore. The next transfer window will be mad for sure. If only we had ambitious owners. Well, saying that, some man have kind of said that Kroenke kind of backed Arsenal in the summer by giving him this man, Thomas Partey. Apparently, he paid the release clause, so make of that what you will. Babs to replace Raul, but Raul's not there anymore, so I could like the stream for FFS. Hopefully, you guys do like the stream. But yeah, okay, cool. We are a top 3 biggest club in England, and we have a manager with no experience. Yeah, but come on, man. I wasn't hearing these comments at the start. That's what I want to say, though. Look, if fans had remained consistent from the start, I know certain people have, and fair enough to them, but if most of the fans had remained consistent from the start, and they had to listen, Mikel Arteta is not the guy, not experience. Cool, you guys have said it from the start. But when we win games, you don't say that. You're like, okay, look, Mikel's the guy. Yes, Mikel, brilliant manager. When Mikel loses a game, it's always the same of experience. Blah, blah, blah. Cool. It's a fair, man. It is what it is. It's your opinion, isn't it? My opinion, obviously, is different. What else we got? AFC plug is Tommy Allegri. Listen, bro. It's 2020. Please. Hold it. 2020. Kroenke out. Oh, listen. Anyways, guys, big up to you guys that have streamed and jumped in the stream today. Big up to the guys that have watched this. What was it? 250 of you guys watching right now. Listen, it's very, very late. And if you guys want to see more streams from me, I will do that in the future. By the way, we are literally 13 likes off. Is it 100 likes? So if you guys could like the stream, it'd be massively appreciated. But yeah, what do you think will happen to Saliba? I think he'll come back to the team probably January. I think he'll force his way in, personally speaking, or he'll leave on loan. I miss Emery football. Zakir, are you good, my bro? But yeah, do you know what I might start doing? Is I might start streaming and uploading twice a day. Double uploads FC. Now, what do you guys want first? A stream early morning, late at night, and a video early morning instead? Or a video late at night and a stream early morning? Because I might start doing that. I like streaming, but I also like making other type of content, which is edited and, you know, I can use my effects and so and so. So if you guys want to see more of that, I will put out the streams a bit more. Hopefully you guys are enjoying this stuff. But as I said, yeah, my tooth is aching today. Had it taken out. I've said it plenty of times already, but yeah, it hurts. I want to sleep. I'm probably gonna have a bloody pillow in the morning because that, you know, it really is hurting. But yeah, big up to you guys that are stream late at night. Stream, yeah, okay, cool. If you like these late night streams, maybe might be have to be a early upload, late night stream. You can do that, man. We can do that. Imagine if you don't like the stream yet. Yeah, listen. Video morning. Alright, see, listen, you man are the guys. You guys are the guys that run this channel. And hopefully you guys, you know, want to see more content from me. If you haven't subscribed already, please do subscribe. As I said, I'm closing into 30,000 subscribers. Big up to the man them that have watched this stream and interacted by any means. There will be a video out tomorrow, and it will be a preview, a predicted lineup for Arsenal versus Leeds United in the Premier League. Late night streams are a vibe. They are a vibe, man. We've got the vibing music, we've got the graphics and all sorts, and we've got the microphone as well. But yeah, big up you man that have tuned in today. Hopefully you guys are doing very well. As I said, I will see you guys tomorrow very soon. Stay well, stay posted, and I'll see you guys very soon. Peace, peace, peace.